Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today, I have teeth. I've got teeth. Look, teeth. I'm wearing braces. I know. Leave your metal mouth comments down in the comment section down below. Well, I crushed my wife at another board game.
Nah, that's not gonna
She's
happen.
currently on a losing streak.
Excuse you.
Being decimated in every game we're playing.
And the games that we've been playing together, they've all been cooperative, and we have been winning together, but I've been winning more than the winning together.
That is true. I'm terrible at board games. We're playing The Witcher.
Path of Destiny.
Yeah, you want to tell them a little bit about this? We played this before with the publisher at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Had a good time. You, since then...
I have watched the entire season, all 3 seasons, 4 seasons, however many seasons, I think 3, of The Witcher on Netflix. I binge watched it when I got back from Gen Con.
And the verdict?
And the verdict is that I really, really like the show. I am hesitant to see where they're going with the 4th season. No spoilers will be released, but they are changing some big things.
This is over on GameFound right now. We do have a sponsored preview video with Go On Board. This is not a sponsored gameplay. This is a gameplay because I wanted to do extra to continue showing the audience what exactly is happening here in the game, walk you through some of the story elements, and really display how different this is from the other Witcher game this company has put out. They're staying true to the lore, true to the environment and experience, but this is a much more simple, mechanics-based game where you choose the various paths. You tell a story as you play. It'll fit for some people, but it's not that grand adventure that the last game was.
It's not the 80 million boxes that the last game was either with all
let's see how the GameFound ends. There are 22,000 people backing about 2.5 days into the campaign right now.
Following or backing?
No. 2 million raised,
Wow.
22,000 backing. They're doing well, so congratulations to the Go On Board team. Excited to see so many people coming around. They've released a lot of new content, new stories, new playable characters, and new solo modes for almost every character we have on the board actually has a solo mode now, and all these new characters are unlocking them as well. So a lot's going on. Do you want to give a quick overview of what's happening here? And then we'll start playing pretty quick. I think people kind of know the general gist.
I'll do my best. We are going to be going through a book, a story. And in the story, there's going to be 3 chapters. In each chapter, we are going to be taking 3 turns. On our turns, we're going to be drafting cards by placing our character on one of the spots, taking the 2 cards, and then picking 2 cards from our hand to be played down in our tableau. We will be playing cards in our tableau simultaneously. And the goal is that we are trying to accrue a certain number of symbols, a majority of symbols, based on whatever the story is saying. And each chapter is going to have different symbols that they want you to pick. And then we will determine which side won, and we will put a token down on that side, and at the end of 3 turns, whichever side has more destiny tokens, that side is going to be the dominating side. We will determine the rewards or the punishments, as in the scenario we are playing, and proceed to the next chapter.
Yeah, one of the cool things about Path of Destiny, well, 2 of the cool things, for me one of the cool things is the fact that there's so many various endings to each story. So if you're looking for a game that has a lot of replayability in the core kind of narrative arc that you're adventuring through, this is going to present that to you. Not only the characters that you're playing have asymmetric powers and abilities, the cards that you're drafting will change depending on how they kind of come out into the timeline, but then also the story and the ending you might encounter. I think there's 8 alternative endings per book, per scenario, because it branches every single cycle. There's 3 core stories in the core game, and they've already started adding more of those. The other thing that I was going to mention is something that I've completely forgot, so distract them while I remember what I was going to say.
We each have asymmetric characters. Each of our characters has 4 powers and abilities that we will be able to unlock throughout the game. Once we have unlocked all 4 of the abilities, we will then be able to start accruing victory points. This is not a completely cooperative game. Depending on your player count, you are going to be trying to work with other players to try to meet the objective or get the side to win that you want to win. However, at the end of the game, it will come down to the amount of victory points you have. That will determine the winner.
I was going to tell them about how every single chapter book not only has alternate endings and alternate stories you can follow, but also unique mechanics they mix in. So the game that we are playing is going to be Lesser Evil. I think it's an interesting premise because we're going to be choosing between 2 sides of a conflict, and each one has consequences. This is the Witcher's world. There is nothing really good. It is all balancing between what might bring the least destruction to the land that you care about. I don't know. Do you care about it? You just don't want your own people to die. The witches want to keep the witches alive. The witchers want to kill creatures and keep the witchers alive. The humans mostly want to murder everyone else.
The elves want to see the death of everybody.
Everyone's really contained within their own, arc.
Yeah.
Destroy all other
But
people.
then Ciri's going to bring them all together because she's the hybrid of them all.
She's going to be the death and destruction of everyone across the board.
She's got the elder blood.
You're playing Yennefer.
I'm playing Yennefer. I absolutely fell in love with her character throughout the TV show, and so it is very appropriate.
And I am playing Geralt.
Yes. All handsome and Geralt.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we are going to be bringing some of these cards down here. We're going to be moving them back up and forth so we can show you the actual story. This game plays like a storybook. You start off like this, and you proceed to flip. Would you like to flavor text? Would you like me to flavor text? Would you like to divide flavor text between us?
I'm gonna flavor text while you struggle with your braces.
I am gonna smile like this for most of the video and keep drinking whiskey. So, board games.
For some time now, the town of Blaviken has been preparing for a fair. The alderman, Caldemon, your good friend, agrees to wine and dine you. During dinner, he talks about his concern, which prevents him from fully enjoying the upcoming holiday. The specter of conflict hangs over Blaviken. A gang has shown up here, says the alderman, munching on his meat. 6 miscreants, led by a young girl named Renfrey. They're hanging around the neighborhood. Although they're not doing anything to anyone, they're glaring, which scares decent folks. And to make matters worse, they're threatening our mage, claiming they have good reason for it. But they don't want to name them. Since they came to town, the mage hasn't set foot outside of his tower. He doesn't let anyone in either. I'm afraid this won't end well. If you could investigate this, although you'd be better off not sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, undertaking the initiative will put the alderman at ease. He's always been so friendly to you. Also, you may benefit from helping him out. However, you realize that you must remain careful. If you're forced to take sides, you will have to bear the responsibility for whatever happens.
Place the Renfrey Stregobor Alliance token next to the last available field in the initiative track. Instead of the extra experience point token, place the other 2 Alliance tokens randomly next to the fields above. Shuffle the Renfrey and Stregobor Alliance cards separately and set them aside outside of the game area. These are the sides that we're choosing as the game progresses.
You accede to Caldemon's request and decide to mediate between the 2 parties to the conflict. From another conversation with the alderman, you learn that the mage is Stregobor, an old acquaintance of some of you. Therefore, you head to his tower. Unfortunately, just as the alderman said, the entrance doors, adorned with a rosette made of light wood, are protected with a magical barrier. It may be quite a challenge to get together, it seems.
So we can either, with the map icon here, try to locate Renfrey and find a way to meet without a witness. Maybe you'll manage to get the ringleader to relent, stop glaring at people. Good people around the town are being glared at. For her own sake. Allegedly, her gang cling to her, which makes it all the more difficult for you. So you want to meet with her without the gang knowing.
Mm-hmm. You also attempt to break the spell, protecting the magical tower to see Stregobor. You consider yourselves to be capable of helping the mage out of his predicament, which he has evidently gotten himself into.
Explain to him that people glaring is really not that threatening. You just need to cross one side of the street and continue forward.
You can smell something is in the air, but you can't quite put a finger on it. However, you have a hunch that the attempt to understand Renfrey or the mage may bring about gratitude from one and animosity from the other.
The lesser of 2 evils. So now we can see here. See Renfrey with an exploration token. Go find the mage with a magic token. We'll go through 3 rounds, and then we'll have symbols that activate as well, helping sway the balance. Mm-hmm. So in the second round here, the active symbols are going to be
the map and the sword,
and the sword
is going to be, looks like the letter and the magic symbol again.
Okay. All right. Let's move this back up to where it goes.
Are you playing thematically, or are you going to be playing mechanically?
I always play thematically.
So do you want to see Renfrey, or you want to go to the Mage's Tower?
I think it sounds more interesting to see Renfrey, personally.
Okay.
Now, are you asking that so you can
not at all
gauge whether or not I'm telling the truth and start playing accordingly?
No, I'm just trying to determine where I should go. Alright.
It's a hard decision, because if you are on the winning side, you get victory points.
Yes.
If you are on the losing side, you get experience points. Mm-hmm. And experience points can really change the game later on.
Do you have us down at 0 with the victory
points?
Alright,
you get first draft at the moment.
No, I don't. You're ahead on the initiative order.
I get first draft at the moment.
See, I've got a cape and I've got fire in my hands.
Question is, what do I want to collect? what do I want to start harboring? I am going to move myself right down here. I'm going to grab one of these cards, because that's where I am. I'm going to grab both of these cards, so I'm drafting 2 cards up in my hand.
Can I see the cards before you take them?
See what I took?
You took...
But I didn't see what I took.
Get rid of the magic symbol, and you will get 2 of the one on the left, which is great for right now, because that would give you 2 maps. The second one is if you have exactly 2 yellow cards, you'll get 2 swords, which it looks like you're preparing to go see Renfrey.
Who would ever think such a thing?
Do I want to fight you, or...
Ungard.
Hence! Alright, now, what would I like? Let me see my...
Now that Shira's talked about my strategy, I have realized my strategy.
Oh, did you?
I didn't pay attention to the... I didn't even know the second card I was taking initially there, so, you know, we're all learning things by Shira's deduction method.
Yeah, we are learning things. You didn't realize what card you took?
No. There's a little bit of glare right here in that pocket.
So that's why you went for those cards?
I was like, let's do that set right there, the set that I can't see.
Alright, well, we're gonna choose this. We're gonna choose both of these.
Let us know, by the way, have you backed this? Are you watching to see if you're, like, fully committed, or, you know, what's the crux? Are you just hanging out with us? Just a late night, a lonely late night, hanging out with 2 people who talk about birds too much? Is that the... Yeah?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm ready. My cards are ready to go. We're gonna flip here in the center.
No, I should look at this card that I drew.
Oh, she took a Renfrey card.
I did take a Renfrey card.
I feel
they don't
like-
resolve to the end.
I feel like we're going towards Renfrey, is what she's saying.
Alright, I'm ready.
Ready? All
Ready.
right. So we're gonna flip here in the center.
And
So-
order does matter when you play down your cards.
Yeah, because you have to have the resource to spend the resource, like we're both doing, actually. So I got a magic and a map.
And ordinarily, if you had the resource in your resource pool, you would spend that before
Yep.
you would get to put a token like this down.
So I'm putting a token on, which is going to give me 2 of the map symbol, if you want
Yep.
to hand those my direction. You're getting rid of your sword, which is going to go ahead and give you 3 experience points. And you have nothing contributing, so at the end of this round...
What? Count what's on the board. In a 2-player game, you take a look at the symbols that remain on the board to
Yeah, so
determine where you're...
it's just 1 map remaining on the board. So we are going to sway it in this direction. We are currently working on the subterfuge necessary to go see Renfrey.
These 2 cards go away. This is going to be your discard pile. These go up. Turn order remains the same. And we fill.
Make the discard pile not over my board. All right.
You shuffle this deck?
I shuffled this deck thoroughly.
I always like to check. Alright.
Oh, what symbols do I want to collect? I mean, we're probably leaning towards, with what's on the board right now, we're definitely leaning towards pushing towards Renfrey one more time. So that might not be the most important thing for me to do. At the moment, I think I'm going to go right here.
Cool.
Do you want to see what I took?
Yes, always. You took an envelope and a map, and if you have exactly 2 reds, you would get 2 magic. You only have 1 red in your timeline.
How many reds?
Exactly 1 red in your... the equal sign throws me off. The equal sign throws me off. Interesting. I think...
You think. You should not do that.
I would like to think, though.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
I'm a
your...
good guy.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I'm
The
going
response
to...
there. The follow-up should be. You
Which-
should.
You should not think.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, I am actually going to do... I'm going to use my powers and ability first. You have this one you have this one unlocked. During your cards drafting, before you draft cards from the available pool, swap any 2 cards in the pool. I am going to swap this one with this one. And then I'm going to take this. I get a
You know you
string
can
board.
only use those once, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you put on your marker flipped up to show that you've already used it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I drew these 2 cards. case anybody was watching.
Were you I wasn't watching, personally.
And then I will play this and this. Alright.
Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Flipping cards.
Sorry. I messed up momentarily. Excuse you, don't...
But I already flipped. It's too late.
I know. You did already flip. I apologize in advance. Okay. There we go. Those two cards.
Okay. Is there an order you're playing them in?
Yeah. I realized I was playing another green down, and that would have messed this up. Because it doesn't, it says it's just in your entire timeline. It doesn't say beforehand.
Doesn't say before?
I don't believe it says before. Exactly one of the specific color in your tableau.
Yeah, I don't think these are my tableau yet.
I think it is.
I think it's this. I mean, if that's the case, I'll play something different.
That's exactly what I did.
Okay, if that's how we want it. I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to ask questions, because
That's why I changed mine up.
you like to...
So I have exactly 2 in my tableau right now, which means that's going to tick down to give me 2 of that arrow, which is the maps. And then this is going to give me an envelope and a magic.
Alright, I'll do this. So, my red is going to give me 2 magic, please. It's going to discard a map.
2 magic?
Yep. So I now have 2 magic and 3 maps. So I'm still leaning it towards maps, and the board here is leaning it towards maps. No, the board's leaning it towards magic.
Magic, magic, magic. I have 2 maps and 1 magic, so I believe it is still towards the map side.
Yep, it's popping on right there. Do we progress? We don't progress yet, right? We still have to resolve the third one.
Yep.
But it's for sure going that direction now.
These go away. And these slide all the way up. And we put out new cards.
Okay.
And if you would ever have more than 3 of these cards in your hand, you'd have to discard.
So now, I know it's going in the direction of the maps. The question is, do I want experience? Or do I want victory points? I think probably victory points. So I'm going to pop in right here, Shira. Go ahead and grab one of these cards. You want to see what I took?
Sure. Minus a sword, minus a magic. Okay. And then did you take a run-free card?
I did, yeah.
Okay. And now... this symbol over here means have 2 or more of that color. That is have this exact 2. That 1, 2, 3. It doesn't say lose. It's have 1, 2, 3 non-active symbols on your board. Non-active would be sword and envelope. Sword and envelope right now. Correct, Mundo?
Non-active? Yeah.
And it doesn't say different non-active. Sorry, I am figuring out what I would like. This...
Shira's reasonably competitive.
No, not at me.
Especially with abstract mechanic-based games like this, where she knows I'm following a storyline. So theoretically, she should be able to destroy me.
No. Not me. I don't want to destroy you. I just want experience. But I don't want to play that. Oh, fine.
You gotta go somewhere.
We're going down here. Grabbing these 2 cards over here. And then we are going to grab... which card do I want? Grab a free card. Here. And determine what cards we are going to play. That.
I'm ready to go.
That. Is there a better one I want to play? Not necessarily. Alright, let's go.
Ready?
Yep.
flipping.
Flipping.
So I'm getting rid of a map, and I'm getting rid of a magic
To get 6 experience.
to get 6 experience, which is going to go ahead and unlock my second ability.
And this is exactly 2... Oh, this is exactly 1 green. I should play this.
No, don't play it. Don't play it.
I should have known that I had
2 on the table.
2 on the table. This is the 1-2. I was going to be playing that, but I wanted the experience from that one. Okay. And we will play down this. And this. 1, 2 gets me 1 for the right, which is a magic symbol.
Okay. So we are for sure moving forward on
What's
Ciri Renfrey.
Magic ones on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. How much magic do you have?
Not enough.
Okay. So maps.
Yep. We're for sure moving forward on Ciri Renfrey. Each player discards symbol tokens from their tableau and chooses 1 card from their tableau to keep. They discard all remaining cards. If you are part of the winning side, which we both are, we're going to go ahead and score victory points for the number of maps that we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in my, or 3 in my case.
I have 4.
We have 4.
No. Try that again. There we go.
Okay. Then we discard all of our tokens and symbols.
What's the punishment? We have to do these cards, remember?
Yep, we'll get there. You want to see those now?
These take effect, don't they?
So it's only for the Renfrey ones.
Okay.
Your other ones are going to stay next to your board.
Yeah.
You can only have a maximum of 3 of them. So both of mine were get rid of a magic, which I had 2 magic, to gain 2 of the other side, the Renfrey side. So I'm actually going to have a total of 4 more victory points coming my way. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
We should just do these before we
get
rid of our cards. Put these away. You had enough magic to get rid of?
Yep.
Okay.
I had 1 here and I had 1 token.
Mine is get rid of a non-use, that's a non-active symbol, and get rid of a magic, which I have, and so that would give me 2 more points and 2 more experience.
Okay.
And I keep my struggle board card.
Those can pop up there. We're going to choose 1 card to hold onto our tableau, and this next round is going to be swords and maps, for the record. So I'm going to be holding on to this one here. The rest of the cards can pop into our discard pile. There are character-specific cards if you want to separate those so I don't have to go through the entire deck and mix it up again.
Here's generic. Get rid of that and keep this card.
Okay. And then we're going to be moving on to page 6. Would you like to read?
Removing the protective spell. You can reset the board as well. Removing the protective spell of Stregobor's Tower turns out to be beyond your capabilities. One of you manages to only activate the magical fish-shaped knocker. Tell this she-devil that the master dismisses all the allegations and has no intention of seeing you, declares the bug-eyed knocker, and I quote, "Go jump in a lake, suckers, preferably off the top of my tower. If you manage to break in, that is." Having said that, the knocker falls silent. The one of you who activates it feels offended by the malevolence of the inanimate object, which motivates them to act. The player with the right token... Oh, we forgot to take the left-right token. Who had more symbols?
I had more,
I think
believe.
after we calculated with the cards, you had more. So you would get the left symbol.
Okay.
Who had more magic? Did you have...
I didn't have any magic left.
I believe I might have still had 1 magic left on my card.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. Because I believe I had 3 and 2. The player with this token draws an alliance card of any type and immediately gains its bonus. If it cannot be applied, the player draws another alliance card. I'll take a Renfrey card. Minus a non-active symbol. That's an active symbol, so I can't do that one. Does it say... Do I keep doing this if I can't get it?
I think so. I think you do it till you can get one.
One experience.
Cool.
You find Renfrey in the Golden Court. The gang has rented a bower, a small room with a filthy curtain instead of a door. You eavesdrop on their conversation. Back in the day, the mage subjected Renfrey to numerous experiments and was involved in imprisoning her in the tower, which led her to her subsequent exile.
The mage is a bad guy. I understand.
Either Struggable will agree to see us, or this town won't forget our visit for a long time. Renfrey's voice booms from behind the curtain. You have just learned that the dispute stems from some past grievances, and there's no point in trying to persuade Renfrey to drop it. However, you can't remain indifferent to her threat against the townsfolk. The one of you who tracked her down and would rather never hear those words. And the necessity of choosing the lesser evil paralyzes you. The player with that token marks the nearest unlocked ability as used and loses 1 victory point.
No! Training's used. Victory point's gone. Note to self, use all abilities.
You suggest to Renfrey to watch the Mage's Tower together to see if there's any way to get inside, or to ensure the safety of the townsfolk. You're also trying to make sure the town guards are on standby in case of any commotion. It seems that things may easily spiral out of control. Is it even possible to avoid greater harm?
It is never possible to avoid greater harm. Watch the mage or get the guards ready. What are you leaning towards?
I care about the townsfolk. I don't want them to suffer.
Yeah, but the mage is a bad guy.
So?
Have we acknowledged just how bad of a guy the mage is?
We have acknowledged it.
We should punish the mage for his insolence. Alright, the active symbols are maps and swords. Ooh, maps and swords. Okay. I think I am going to go ahead and pop down. I don't love most of the options that are here.
Nope.
No, there's a lot of magic. I think I'm actually just going to grab this. I'm going to grab this top one right here. Right off the bat.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a nice combination. Wow. Powerful. Powerful. Brave as well, sure.
Okay. I'm going down here.
Powerful and brave.
Taking this card and these cards over
You
here.
ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Alright. I have a sword. I have a map. I'm using my yellow to get 2 more sword tokens, please.
Nice. I have a map. I already have a sword in my timeline. I'm going to use my 1 green in my timeline to get 2 experience.
Nice.
And then I'm
And
going
your
to use
map
the
to
envelope
get-
to get
wow.
3 more. So 6. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Oh no, I'm doing the wrong thing. I went for swords, but thematically, I don't want swords. By the way, she actually has 1 token here,
Yeah.
leading in that direction. So it is slightly unbalanced in her favor at the moment.
Okay.
Can I please have 2 sword tokens?
You're going home. Swords. Swords.
Yeah, I didn't factor in how many swords I would have.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, resolving this cycle.
Mine are tied. I have 1 of each.
Okay. And the board is voting in favor of the maps.
No, it's not. It has no maps out.
Oh, there's
you
no
don't
maps?
Look, you don't look at the bottom part. You just look at
Okay.
envelope,
Yeah.
magic. It's not voting for anything.
So I'm the only vote,
You are.
and I'm going towards swords.
Swords. Good job.
Wowzers.
Let's go away.
Those cycle up. We stick back into our positions. You haven't gone first at all this entire time.
I haven't.
Why do you keep going below me?
Those are what the cards are.
Alright. End of round. Before choosing cards to keep for the next round, return 1 of the cards from your tableau into your hand. Okay, nice. Alright, the question is now, how do I get rid of swords as effectively as possible? That's a single green. I don't have a single green. A single blue, maybe. Maybe down the road, that would be nice. Alright, I'm going to go the whole way down here to the bottom.
Forcing me to go
I'm gonna
first.
grab that, and I'm going to take a card.
You're taking a Renfrey card?
I'm not taking a Renfrey card.
You're not taking a
Your
Renfrey?
eyes doth deceive you, my mistress.
Can I do that?
Probably not.
Yeah. We are gonna go here. We're gonna grab these two. And then we're determining what we're gonna play.
If you've had braces before, leave a comment down below telling me how miserable they were for you, because I'm less than a week in, and I'd like to remove all of my teeth with a pair of pliers.
He really would.
I hate them.
He really would. Okay. Ready?
Flipping.
Flipping.
I get rid of a sword, I get rid of an envelope.
I have a magic, and then I get rid of my map to get 2 swords.
Could I please have a map and a magic? And that will balance me out.
Map and magic.
Oh, and give me a negative symbol.
This. Here's your negative. I am losing this map. I need 2 swords. Alright, I have 3 swords.
You have 3 swords. I have 3 maps and 2 swords. And the board has 2 maps. So the game is
Oh
voting.
wait, last time I had sword.
Yeah.
One sword. So I was on the side of sword.
The game is voting in favor of the maps this time.
Why? What's on the board?
Maps.
And you had
Maps.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You have equal.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You have equal.
Okay.
So it's tied, so none go down.
None. No mark.
Because I went for swords. I had 3 swords.
Mm-hmm.
This went for maps, and you were tied.
I was trying.
You failed.
Good. Amazing. Perfect. Brilliant.
Let's go away. No, stop it. Those go up.
I know.
You're chaotic.
Excuse you.
Alright. We'll be putting down that one for sure. Let's see what else comes out. I get to go first this time.
You do get to go first this time.
Interesting.
Powerful art thou.
That I am. Do I want that? Or... That's not as helpful. That's not as helpful. That's not as helpful. That is not helpful at all. We are going to go here. Take a free card. Grab this too.
We are going to go. I don't want this guy's card. We're going to go here.
Stricklebull's card!
Yeah. Alright, I gotta decide what I want to play.
I'm ready, don't worry.
I'm deciding. Yeah, that. Maybe. Hopefully I get the most out of it. Okay, ready to go?
Yeah.
Flipping. I am killing non-usable things,
Right?
which currently is 2.
Would have to play that before it.
3.
Then.
Yeah, either way. 2, 3
Okay.
for 3 victory points. Or 3 experience
Experience
points.
points.
And then I add 1 map to my tableau. That goes away.
You need 2 negatives.
2 negative symbols.
There you go. And then I am playing down this, which equals exactly 1 red. Get 2 experience. 2. And then this is get rid of 3 non-active, which are all of these, to get 3 swords.
Wow, so you're going swords heavy. It's pretty obvious. I am going maps, and maps have it. Because the table goes maps as well.
I know, the table goes maps there.
So 3 is going to vote in favor of maps. Maps are going to pop over here. And we are continuing with the narrative that I have chosen. Okay, we need to resolve our cards. So I'm just going to gain 1 experience point. That's all my card does.
Run free?
Yep.
And that also gives me 1 experience point.
Okay. At the end of round, before choosing any cards, to keep for the next round, return 1 card to your hand. So I'm actually going to pick and choose and return a card into my hand. The next active symbols are going to be magic and those. So I'm actually going to take the magic and those card back.
Okay. It's going to be envelopes and magic.
Although, does that make sense? Do I want to take envelopes? Before
you take back your thing, we have to award points.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So points are going to be for
maps.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 maps. That is my primary. So I'm going to gain 4 victory points. Are you primary maps or primary swords, though?
I have primary swords.
So you don't get victory points. You get experience points for your swords.
Yeah. I get 6 experience points. I'm at 20.
So if you're with the initiative, you get victory points. If you're against the initiative, you get experience points.
Okay.
We are going to choose 2 cards this time to keep down in our tableau. Question is, what cards do I need to hold on to? I'm going to have kept this one down here, actually. And I'm going to return this one into my hand. And these are the 2 that I'm going to keep down in my tableau. Okay, I will reset the board.
Once you tick over into here, is it the same symbol that'll start getting you points?
What do you mean? Yeah, yep. Yeah, you can score victory points by going above the bar on experience points, which Shira is apparently about to do.
Apparently? Why do you say it so grumpily?
I'd prefer you to not get any points in general at all.
Gotcha.
Last round of the game.
I'm going to keep these 2 cards here. And this, we'll put an X over here. I get 3 experience points right now.
We flip to 14.
These were all general cards. Have you been keeping yours?
Yep. Flip to 14. Do you want to read the flavor text?
Hang on, I have to get points.
And see the consequences for our actions.
Over here. So, 20, it goes here.
What do you mean experience points? I gave you points. Oh, you get 3 experience points, not... Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Nice.
What were you asking? To read?
Yep. Oh, I chose the wrong one. I think I chose the wrong one. No, go to 14. Watch the mage. It starts off by talking about the town guards.
Yeah, it always does. Remember the last one started off by talking about going to visit...
I wasn't listening.
Okay.
I was focused so intently on the strategy.
The town guards shut their ears to your warnings. One of you openly expresses their disdain for their ignorance, and seeing that it falls on deaf ears, they decide to at least leave your company. The player with that token takes a card from the selected player... Who's the selected player's tableau? And adds it to their own, resolving... I get to select a player. When resolving its effect, the selected player draws symbols from the taken card. I will take that card right there.
Ah! Give me a map. I have one.
What are the active symbols right now?
Thank you.
What are the active symbols right now? Maps?
No, they're going to be this and this.
That and that?
Yeah.
So I'll get rid of the map to get 1 more experience point. Correct, and I put it in my tableau. Add it to their own. Resolving its effect, the selected player draws symbols from the taking card. That. That.
Renfrey benefits from watching the tower together with you. One of you discovers a break in the magical barrier and points it out to the women. The attackers swarm the tower despite the cutthroat's assurance that she would seek a way to talk things through with the mage. The grim expressions of Renfrey's henchmen do not bode well. Stregobor hopelessly observes the events from above and accuses your companion of supporting the rageful lunatic and murderer.
The player with your token discards a random card from their hand. Hold your hand out.
I don't like the punishments.
And you lose a victory point as well.
No! I only have a few of those.
Use that one.
Oof.
Oh, it's one of yours.
It's one of my red cards. Okay. You swiftly?
Swiftly follow Renfrey and her gang to the tower. You all meet in the main chamber. Stregobor assures you of his innocence. He confesses that he did everything with Renfrey's well-being in mind, with the intention to lift the curse of the Black Sun weighing on her. Imprisonment and exile were only unfortunate consequences of his unsuccessful attempts to save her. The cutthroat remains unmoved. It's time to settle the debts, Stregobor. The woman reaches for her sword. You understand the time for half measures is over. Before you lies a decision from which there will be no turning back.
Try one last time to convince Stregobor that Renfrey's suggestion of remedy can end the conflict, or do everything in your power to make sure the mage's protective spells withstand Renfrey's attack and drive her gang off. It's high time you picked a side. The evil reaches out for you. You are faced with a decision that can cost you dear. The mage is a bad guy.
What are you going for? Magic?
He's a bad guy. I'm not telling you what I'm going
Envelopes.
for. Why would I tell you what I'm going for?
Okay. Flip it. Flip it.
The game is slightly influenced in her direction.
Okay.
And we are ready to go. Draft is starting off the top with me. Lots of decisions to be made here. You've ruined
What did I?
ruined things for me.
Yeah.
Yep, I am convinced that you might, in fact, you might be a bad person. There's no evidence to support that, but I'm asserting that idea. This is really hard, Shira.
Mm-hmm.
This is it's very troublesome. You taking a red card off of my tableau is probably the most frustrating thing you could have done.
Why do you need red cards in your tableau?
I have a handful of red card abilities that would love to have red cards played down on my board.
Oh, there's 2 red cards out.
That's the truth of it. I'll tell you honestly. That's the truth. I'm going to go right here, taking one of the grouchy old mage's cards, and these 2 off the table.
Good. Oh. What do I want to do? I am going to go. I need stuff. That won't help me here. Sorry. Thinking. You took the cards I wanted, which stink.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh, man!
Oh, man. I'm gonna go up here and draw 2 cards.
I forgot that was a thing you could do.
And you won't know what they are as well, which is amazing. And then I am going to use this thing. I'm going to use my ability here. After you have drawn cards from the available pool, draw an additional card to your hand from the unselected cards in the available pool and discard the second card from the pair. And I am going to draw this card, and this gets discarded.
Cool. Ready to play?
Not yet.
You don't know what you're going for?
I do know what I'm going for. I didn't say I was ready to play, though. Okay.
She has no
Ready.
idea what... Okay. I have 1 yellow in my timeline, so I'm going to get 2 experience points. I'm going to X out a few things that are not being used. 2 icons that are not being used, so I'll get 2 more experience points. So 4 experience points. Unlocking the Witcher Finesse. During playing cards, play 1 additional card into your tableau. Number of cards in your hand decreases.
Swords have it. Magic has it. So this token goes over here.
Why does Magic have? You gave it to Magic?
I have 4 magic.
Oh.
The table has 2 magic.
You are trying to come to a happy ending. I want to come to the ending that involves the severe, tragic death of a mage.
What does that mean?
I mean, that's the battle that we have at the moment. Yeah.
I get to go first now, and I will choose. Oh, interesting. That. I would like that. However, very annoying. Alright. I'm gonna go here. Grabbing these 2 cards. And wait, I'm using this ability. After you've drawn cards from available, discard a pair of the available and gain any 2 symbols from the discarded cards. And then I am going to discard these guys. Gain any 2 symbols. I'm going to take an envelope. And I will take... I'll take a sword. Okay, let's go away.
Popping down here.
Oh, I get a Struggle card.
These.
Which card are you taking? A Struggle card? Oh, that's mine.
Yep.
You taking a Struggle card too?
I'm taking one as well.
Okay.
I have a feeling you're going to sway it in a certain direction. Worried about that. Alright. Ooh, interesting. Okay, you and... No! Where's the cards that help me? There you are. Good. Perfect. Okay, I'm ready to play.
Ready.
Yep. Flipping. So I'm killing dead icons, which I have 3 of. Okay, I have 1 more dead icon symbol. To gain 3, can I have 3 envelopes, please, Shira?
Mm-hmm. Here you go. I am killing my envelope over here to get 3 points.
Oh, no!
1, 2, 3.
I was wondering why she took an envelope.
There we go.
Okay.
Take those up. You discarded cards?
Yep. Last round?
Wait, which side won? What was the cards left?
The 2 cards left were a magic and a sword. So magic won again.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
You had that one flipped upside down. The little green thing goes on top. I get to go. What do I want to do? That would be helpful. That would be helpful either. That would be nice. That, but what else do I want? Sorry, just thinking. Just thinking. Alright, I'm gonna come down here.
No!
Grab these 2 cards.
Oh, the pain.
Hang on, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Leave your cards alone if you don't want me to get feisty. I am then activating this ability. Oh, is this the last round? Yeah. After you've drawn cards from the available, drawn immediately play 1 additional card from the unselected cards and discard the second card from the pair. So, I am going to immediately draw.
I think I've won.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And me winning is the best possible thing to have happen because it will mean Shira wants to play the game with me again. That's what it'll mean. Because she does not like going out on a loss.
Playing this card down, which will give me one of a magic symbol, because I have 2, and then discarding this. Okay, now you're going here.
Yep. But I already have my card selected that I'm playing. Ooh, or do I? Do you change things? You give me 2, you just give me 1. Yeah, you change things. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm playing 3 cards because I'm using my ability Witch or Finesse. or Fitness.
Okay.
So my first card, with 2 blue in my tableau, which I will have because of this, I will get 2 more maps. Can I please have 2 maps? Sure. Within this card, I will lose 1 map for 1 of each symbol. Not maps.
You need to speak.
Envelopes.
So you get 2 envelopes?
Yep, but I'll lose 1 envelope for 1 of each symbol. Sword magic map. And then I'll gain 2 more envelopes because I have 2 blue in my tableau. 2 more envelopes.
What was the order you played that in? Because you had
this one first.
Yeah.
Then this one next. Then this one last.
And then how many? What else do you get?
2 more maps.
Envelopes?
Yep. It's a folded map. It's a.
You are very irksome.
Organized, structured.
Putting this down, I'm going to get rid of this envelope over here to get me 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm playing this down.
And I am clearly the side of the good guys. You are clearly the side of the bad guys.
It's tied.
What do you mean it's tied?
I'm saying like this side wins.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very aware of that. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna get so many experience points though this round.
Okay.
Alright, we're flipping to 32.
It skips ahead a whole bunch. 29. 32. Okay.
Okay.
Stregobor knows that Renfri is immune to his magic. He needs your support not to defend himself, but to carry out an attack. He draws a hidden dagger from beneath his robe and ends Renfri's life with a single thrust.
You killed her!
One of you, whose help was deceitfully exploited by the mage, cannot take the feeling that they are also responsible for the girl's death. The player with that token discards a random card from their hand. The number of cards in their hand decreases and loses 1 victory point.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Excuse you.
Gun.
Don't want that one gun. That stinks. You stinker. Renfri's companions, vulnerable to Stregobor spells, quickly flee. Oh wait, I forgot to do this.
Yeah, I did too.
Didn't Stregobor win?
Yeah. I have all 3 that I need. I have to get rid of all 3 of these.
1, 2, 3.
Gain 2 experience, and then I gain 2 of the opposition side symbol, which doesn't actually help.
Magic, and then I gain 4 more. 14. And then I get points. We didn't award points for the last having symbols and stuff, right?
We haven't yet, no. You want to do that now?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4.
8 points for me.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get 8 points.
13.
Wow. Okay. You have so many victory points as well.
Renfri's companions, vulnerable to Stregobor spells, quickly flee. The words of one of you make Stregobor ponder. Will they even change his perspective on lesser and greater evil so that he won't so readily gamble with the lives of others in the future? The player with that token gains 2 victory points.
I gain 2.
Each player receives victory points earned on their experience points track. I get 8.
I get 3. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Each player receives victory points for a side quest.
Yeah, that's not going to make up for this. Victory points depending on the number of yellow cards in my hand. I have 2. 2 is not enough.
I gain victory points depending on red cards in your hand. You took a red card from my hand. I only gain 1 point.
I get no additional. I lost! Darn it!
Did you actually think you had a chance?
Yeah, I thought I was doing well.
Before leaving Blaviken, you make a detour to the Wizard's Tower. To your surprise, the massive doors are open. As you are about to enter, you hear the familiar voice of the magical Nocturne. The Master has left the town, believing that nothing good awaits him here. He advises you to do the same. Struckerboard's right. There's nothing left for you here. The end.
Oh, I feel like that was one of the most anticlimactic endings you could. He betrayed us and stabbed the girl we were supporting the entire time. We've led her to her death.
Yes.
How depressing.
Yes. It was very sad.
Yeah.
I won, though.
Plays in like 40 minutes. Simple, straightforward, as you can tell. Very different from the other game they've put out.
Yeah.
It's a combination of drafting, card mechanics, with a story that's like splitting and branching in all these different ways. What would have happened had
No
we...
cheating. No. You do not get to look.
I want to see the other stories.
You will just have to play again.
I like
play
the
solo.
stories. Alright. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Hopefully this gave you more insight into whether or not this game is going to be right for you or wrong for you, whether or not it's one you want to add to your shelf and eventually get down onto your table.
Whatever the case, whatever you do, remember to do the important thing. Get out and play some games. See you next time.
If anyone's got pliers, I live at...
You're not announcing our address on this stream. I have pliers, and you will not be taking them off. I know. Embrace them. Bye.